The Princess and the Pea.
Once upon a time, in a far, far away land, there was a kingdom. There was the Queen Mother and the Prince. The Queen Mother wanted her son to get married, and the Prince really, really wanted to get married. And the Queen Mother would say, "Oh, my darling son, when will you get married? When?" And the son, who was the prince, said, "Oh, Mother, of course I want to get married. But there aren't any real princesses out there. No real princesses. I have looked everywhere, and there are not any." And the Queen Mother said, "Oh, darling, such a shame." So the prince went away to search for a princess, but a real princess. And he searched and searched and searched, but he couldn't find any. So he arrived home, he arrived back to palace, of course, where he lived. And the Queen Mother said, "Darling, my darling prince, my darling son, have you found a princess yet?" "No, Mother, there aren't any real princesses out there. I am very sad." So the prince went to his room to sleep, to rest, and he was sad because he couldn't find a real princess. And the Queen Mother was, "Oh, I wish my son, I wish the prince finds a real princess and he gets married and he will become king and she will become queen. Oh, I wish." One day there was a storm. You know a storm? When the weather is really, really bad and there is lightning and there is thunder, you know, and thunder and lightning. There was a big, big storm and rain, a lot of rain and wind and very, very, very bad storm, terrible storm. But they had a surprise. Somebody knocked at the door. Knock, knock. The Queen Mother opened the door and she saw a beautiful young girl, but she was all soaking wet, you know, because of the bad weather. Soaking wet, and drops were, the floor was wet. I mean, the drops, everything was soaking. Said, "Oh, please come in, but who are you?" And she said, "Oh, I know that the prince is looking for a princess, a real princess, and I'm a real princess, so that's why I'm here." The queen wasn't very sure, the Queen Mother, of course, but she said, "Come in, darling, come in, and we will get you dry." So that's what they did. They cleaned her, they dried her, and they gave her, well, a nightie because it was late and she had to go to sleep. But the Queen Mother, who was very intelligent, went to the royal library. And she opened a book, a very important book, about real princesses. How to know if it's a real princess. Very intelligent. So she opened the book and she started reading. And she read, "In order to know if it's a real princess or not, you will put a pea." You know, a little green vegetable, very small to eat. "You put a little pea underneath 20 mattresses and 20 eider-downs, and you will know if it's a real princess or not." So the Queen Mother thought, "Okay, we will do that." So that's what they did. But with 20 mattresses and with 20 eider-downs, the bed was very, very, very high. So they needed a ladder. I mean, the potential, the possible princess needed a ladder. You know, a ladder to go up the bed. She needed a ladder to go up. So she went with her beautiful nightie. She went up the ladder and went into bed. But the Queen Mother couldn't sleep. She was nervous. She was anxious. She really wanted to know, will she be a real princess? Oh, please, let her be a real princess. Oh, please, I hope she's a real princess. So she couldn't sleep. She was very, very nervous. So the next morning, while she was having breakfast, the possible princess entered the room. And the Queen Mother looked at her and she said, "Oh dear, hello dear, come in. Did you sleep well? Did you have a good night? How did you sleep, my dear? How did you sleep? She was very interested to know. And the princess said, "Oh, Queen Mother, it was an awful night. An awful night, terrible night. I don't know why. There was something, a little something, I don't know what, underneath the mattresses. And my back is full of bruises. Full of bruises everywhere. It really hurts." So the Queen Mother was so happy. So happy. You know why? A real princess, of course, notices a little pea underneath the mattresses because her skin is so soft and so delicate that, of course, she would notice that. So the Queen was delighted. She was really happy. So, of course, you know what happens next. The prince married a real princess. Everybody was very happy and they lived happily forever after. I hope you liked it.